The actors will now go into the workshops and stay in character, so as they're discussing and getting their own safety messages across, they still have the input from the actors, so it's just a reminder of what's happened in the day.
And a key part of this day is that those actors form a theme. So basically, they've been seen at the beginning, they're in the situation in the pub, the next thing the students see them and they're being cut out of a car, and those characters that survive then take part in the role play. So they are in fact in character all day. And that provides a thread through the day. They're deliberately fairly short workshops, half an hour, because we want the thing to keep moving, but we want them to be varied so that people are moving around and constantly in discussions and finding things of interest.
We were basically took into this room and there was a police officer here, and then he told us to write down names on a piece of paper, and then he took one of the pieces of paper away and he was like, that person's just died. It just made you think about how sudden something like that can be.
We've had like a driving simulator in the other room, which was kind of like you drive normally and then brake before this lorry in front of you brakes, and then you've got to do it with all like your friends distracting you, and then you've got to do it while texting, and it's literally impossible.
Right, Adrian, so we've got no distractions to start off with. That's very good.
It is a fun session, you know, it has to be a day of light and shade, but it has a very sort of serious message at the end of it to say this is what could happen, and then we relate that to stopping distance, you know. It could be an extra 30 or 40 metres, and that could be the difference between someone being knocked over on a zebra crossing or not.
What the police are looking for at this point is three things. The first one, REM, rapid eye movement. The second one, wobble. Because we've set him a target of 30 seconds, the third one is time. Thank you very much, you can sit down.
For me, it's been looking at what the police look for, so how they would test somebody who they think's been under the influence. So we tried on like beer goggles, but they're called impairment glasses, I think.
Because I did not know that drugs could affect your driving skills that bad. Them glasses, them goggles, just putting them on to make that massive difference. Imagine you're wearing drugs, then imagine you're actually doing the real thing and behind the wheel. So the main lesson is not to take drugs or get into a car with someone who's on drugs.
Another workshop I found helpful was the presentation of an accident, which really got me thinking again, like next time that could be me and some of my friends or people I care about.
See, when we were watching that video in that one with the guy with the wheelchair, I found it really weird to watch, because you could see that even though he was an actor, he was getting upset. Because he was talking about like his best friend getting this happen and his best mate's girlfriend dying, and he's got to live with that forever. I think it was quite a hard thing for him to act all day.
I thought we both knew what we were doing, but because I don't know if it was his fault, the accident, but I suppose if he's over the limit, and I didn't have my seatbelt on, so I'm bound to get hurt if we're going to have a crash.
You know, after going into the workshops, it really points out the dangers of driving and the dangers of being a passenger. It's really made people think.